Right. Okay. All right. Welcome, everyone. Good evening. This is the B Mix. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, let's get right into it. Thank you for tuning in to beexposedradio.com. You have me, Benia. We're going to always stick to B, okay, because a lot of people like to mess my name up. So we're just going to keep pushing with that. Um, Here at the B Mix, listen, this show is for the forgotten, okay? The unheard, the unseen, the muted, everything in between, the me, okay? The person that just doesn't seem to fit and belong anywhere, again, the me. Let's see, what else? Let's see, the Christian, that cusses a little or a lot, same thing. Let's see, what else? The Christian that struggles with, I don't know, temptation and lust, fornication. Yeah, the me. Moving on. What else? The professional that's still childish. The me. Okay, what else? What else y'all need? What else? Everybody, listen, we in here, okay? Always looking forward to raw material. I don't know. Let's see, unadulterated. Let's see, organic. Okay, let's see, everything that you need, all that, all the material that you need, everything that you need to be able to let your head down, be the mix that you are, is right here on the B Mix. So again, thank you for tuning in, and I have the pleasure and the honor. Okay, the pleasure and the honor. Y'all don't even know. I'm hyped, y'all. Y'all don't even understand. I'm hyped. I have a special guest, okay? Gifted priest. Good evening, King. How are you?
Peace. What it do? The B Mix, we live, baby.
We alive, man. What's happening? What's going on?
Hey, listen, I be trying to figure it out because where we at. We living in America, so I just be trying to understand where my dad going. So, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
I can't make it out sometimes. I feel like I might call it incorrect. You know
listen,
what I'm saying?
listen, okay? I just want y'all to know, you know how somebody can be walking around with all the sun and then somebody feel like they having a gloomy day, say like I'm the only one walking around with a storm. I'm gonna flip that. So y'all are in America. I'm walking around, I'm like the little piece of Africa walking around. I don't know about y'all, okay?
Straight up.
I'm in Africa. I don't know about y'all. I don't know about no America.
Hey,
Ain't no holiday coming up for me this weekend.
Hey, what's that song Prince called New Africa? That's the vibe. You get what
What's
I'm
up?
saying?
You feel what I'm saying?
We make the best parts where we at.
And that's it. That's all we looking forward to. That's all we are. That's all we can be. That's all we will be. And that's enough. You understand? It's more than enough than a lot can, handle. But I don't want to toot no horns or nothing. But toot.
I got a question for you, like, cause
What's
we
up?
live, right? But
Yeah,
it's like,
what's going
even
on?
though we over the air, you know what I'm saying?
Talk to me.
Like, yo, we on the B Mix show.
Man, listen. I don't even know what to say right now. Like, don't get me blushing, man. Y'all know I get to turning red and all that. Man, listen, my cheeks all high. Listen, the B Mix is here,
Hey,
baby.
bro.
Man, we've been working on BigExposedRadio.com. Listen, trying to do some things, working. I am very humble. You understand me? Very, very humble. And speaking of humble, I know when I think of humble people, you're definitely at the top of my list. I mean that. Like, you're a very humble person.
I mean, I appreciate that, but listen, you know me. One of my favorite Albert Einstein quotes is, "To avoid the corruption of praise, you gotta keep working." You get what I'm saying? And that's just something that I keep in mind. Because you know what I'm saying, easily, you know what I'm saying, especially with me being an artist, it's not hard to get, you feel me, caught up in like slight notoriety.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And this is coming from somebody who, I mean, I'm cool, but I ain't no B-list or A-list celebrity.
Man, I ain't trying to hear that part, but I hear you.
Yeah, I mean, so with that being said, you know how we rock. We keep them fruits of the spirit, right there. Even though we imperfect, but you know how that rock. We still being refined, so we still show those fruits at minimum. get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
still being refined. Preach that. That's a word. That'll preach. That's good. Yeah, that's real good.
You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. So
You
I'm
feel
sorry.
me?
Wait a minute. For anybody out there that's watching and listening, and I hope that we got some people that's gonna be bold enough to hop in some comments and ask some questions and things like that. Okay. So people do not be shy. But for anybody that just may not be as privileged as I am to know anything about gifted priests, okay, the artist. Tell me all about that. How'd you get into, being Mr. Gifted Priest? How did that come
Oh,
about?
well, that's very interesting. First and foremost, thank you for even inviting me. First and foremost, like,
Oh
let me
man.
just start there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been a long time coming. You feel me? We
Man.
on the B mix, so I appreciate you even inviting me. But you want to know what's funny about the name Gifted Priest?
Tell me
Like the
about that.
name Priest actually comes from Preston. Like Preston literally means priest town in Dutch.
Okay. You
So
talking good,
you know
sir.
what I'm saying? So it wasn't too hard for me to kind of, look at my purpose or how I at least conduct myself and realize, well, hey, listen, to be gifted, that means you're giving something. It's a
Yeah,
lot
that's
of
it.
gifts that, yeah, when you pick up, First Corinthians 14, it's a lot of gifts we can get. You know what I'm saying? And I know that me operating in a certain kind of like priestly manner, you know what I'm saying? We are a royal priesthood, so when I greet people in peace, that's just how I move. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's a gift they keep on giving. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because I receive and I give. You feel me? So
That's it.
that's how the name really came about, honestly.
Okay.
And look, you remember in high school it was Leprechaun.
Listen, I wasn't no. Listen, you should have known. You must have felt that in the spirit because I was coming with it like, so about how far back did we, switch over? Can we get some history? Can
I
you
mean,
school us? Can you give us some history on it?
all right. Well, since we here, I
Let's
mean,
go.
one time for Biggie Blyche, Mr. Blyche, one of the best English teachers to ever walk this earth.
Okay.
You feel me? One of the creative geniuses who can rap, by the way. Everybody know that. But you
Okay.
know, when we had that beautiful floetic lyricist run, shout out to Mary Blue, shout out to Jasmine Barnes,
Okay.
shout out to Melanie McCrae,
Okay.
Johnny. You know what I'm saying? The original
Okay.
floetic lyricist. My man Don Canova, Christian. I see you always.
Okay.
You feel me? And it was towards that last year in the senior year when we did our concert. That's when I actually had made the change from Leprechaun to Gifted Priest. Like a lot of people don't remember that, but it was actually changed during our senior year. I
Okay.
actually came underneath that alias when I did that last performance with Mary Blue. Ironically, we call it the parallel. I think it was like parallel lines or something like that.
Okay.
Basically showing how two different lives can be intertwined. And yeah, that's pretty much when it came about, And it came just me knowing me, like the fact that I'm just like kind of like a peaceful dude, or at least I try to be. I ain't gonna say I get it right all
Okay. I mean, man, listen. Who does? Okay.
the
Like,
exactly.
yeah. Okay. Okay.
That's actually interesting that we're talking about this, like because now that I think about it, it's like, dang, I really do actually got somewhat of a history here.
Yes, you do. Yeah, own that. Wear that, King. Yeah, wear that proudly.
It's
So,
smooth.
yeah, okay. So there's the history. Boom. Like I said, all I'm trying to do is make sure I bring some folks that again are not as privileged as I am, up to speed right now.
Funny,
You know what I
yo.
mean? Because I want when you drop a few things later, you know what I mean? Yeah, I definitely want some fire. Okay.
What?
But when you do that, I just want them to be able to be like, girl, as much as I am. Okay. Because I get hyped every time. Like I need them right with me.
I got you.
You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to bring them up to speed. So my thing is,
I
if
feel you, yo.
anybody tuning in, anybody listening, and again, right now, we got the call-in line. That's 443-642-9403. You can absolutely call in. You feel free to drop comments and questions as we go along. Let us know that you're watching, right? So anybody that's not so familiar, and again, not as privileged as I am to know anything about Gifted Priests, right? The artist. What else would you want them to know about any history, any background, before we get into the now, right? Before we really get into some things, what's something that you really would want them to know? Like, listen, when you think of gifted priest and my history, and you building and talking about my legacy, I want you can't forget to mention this. Like,
because shout out to Respect the Mic by Ashley Ryan. I was actually on Power 5.5 a long time, well, 4.4, my bad, time ago. And she asked me, it's kind of like a similar question. And the question was like, if you had the opportunity to kind of like drop this one message, like what would it be? Okay. And it's just like, I can't say nothing new that ain't already been said, so I'm gonna just say believe, because it could be taken so many different ways. For the person who clings on the faith, you already know it's your foundation. But one thing I would love all of us to do is believe in ourselves.
Come on.
You think of, if anybody ever look back on my history and be like, all right, gifted priest, well, what stain did he want to leave? I believed in myself. I want everybody to do the same daggone thing,
Okay. So let's get into that. So tell me why it's important, and you feel as though that is important for us to believe in ourselves in this day.
Well, because if I could take a stab at that, assuming somebody has already had some form of belief, right? You get what I'm saying? And belief predicated off of the knowledge of themselves. Like, if you know where you came from, like, that's a beautiful thing. But to really show that you really believe something, you actually gotta have that motion. You know what I'm saying? So in these days and time, it's one of those things where it's like you gotta show what you know.
Like, come on, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you say you believe something, you say you know something, then do it. And what other better thing than to believe in yourself? You get what I'm saying? Like, what other inspiration can we draw from? What we gotta say? Encourage yourself. We gotta cut on the gospel or something.
Man, listen, right? That's talking to me. Now I ain't gonna get to singing, but I ain't gonna bless y'all with the vocals. You know what I mean? Like, I got a little bit up in there. Woo! Listen, I ain't gonna do it for y'all today, but I know, at least I think. But my church ain't lead praise and worship yet. But shout out to Ashley watching, because she said that earlier when I said something about leading praise and worship. But whatever. Shout out to Miranda. Hey, Shola, love you too, baby. Okay, I hear you. Show what you know. When I tell you, that's a good deposit into my spirit. That's good. So let's say, why is it okay? We already talked about why it's so important to believe in ourselves now. So what does it look like for those of us that do not believe in ourselves right now, and where can that lead us to?
So if I were to identify what the lack thereof looks like, it looks like The Walking Dead.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It looks like it looks like the person that's just living every day, but they don't got no sense of direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're living a life that kind of reflects that somebody made a life for you already. Like, at what point do you actually go, wait a minute, I got time to really do something that I can do. So do it, So I would say the lack thereof of that belief is what you see when you see hopelessness, when you see depression, when you see the fact that, we already got police killing us and we killing us. What should I actually have hope for? Matter of fact, let me go pop this Percocet. You get what I'm saying? Okay. That's what it looks like when you don't see it. So for those who don't have it, it's just like, I don't know what you're waiting for, because everybody said the power inside you. I'm just gonna be like, or you or anybody, just one of those people to remind of us, like, listen, we done all seen some low lows, but we still here, right?
Yeah. Okay. So what's something that you could reflect on in any low that you experience? Like, what's one of like the biggest, or major lessons that you pulled out of there? Like, man, I got this. Like, I had to get this before I repeated, this experience or this low.
I would say decision making.
Ooh. Okay. How so?
Because what people have to realize, what I had to realize, is like, yo, hell is as closest to you as your worst decision at that moment. You get
Okay.
what I'm saying? But you also have the free opportunity to make a good decision.
Okay,
And
free
the
will.
thing, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then here, you feel me, a good friend like yourself, or somebody will come to me and be like, yo, Preston, did you think about this? If I ain't really thought about it and I just jumped out there, yo, whatever I end up with, I gotta deal with that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Versus had I take that extra moment, the extra really process or just to really think and then make a decision. So, one thing that I took out from some of my lowest times was to really, really think, because I really did some crazy stuff.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody who knows my history from that angle knows, like I done did some things, you feel me? So
Some things.
yeah.
Now I'm a little intrigued by some things now. I ain't putting nothing on the spot, but I mean, this is, a safe haven, a safe space, a safe place to reflect, right? Because my thing is, it might be somebody that's in that place right now that's making some of them decisions that might need to, shine some light on to let them know, like, that ain't the best decision. So what's a few examples of just, some things that might not have been the best thing, for you?
Well, I know one thing that our community, and I have to deal with our community because, Team Hope Outreach LLC, although like yourself, we don't necessarily have the license to deal with the practice of mental health, but we do show that awareness. And one thing that I will strongly advocate against is like alcoholism.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
You get what I'm saying? Because like, for instance, like my personal family history, especially since I got like red seed, I'm an Indian. I be shining. I come through looking like a Seminole. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
You feel me?
Got a little Blackfoot Cherokee up in me. Okay, I hear you.
Gang.
Native American. Okay, on the gang.
You feel me? And I just want to give, while I'm here, just sharing some awareness for the I want to say it's the Soy or Soul Nation, Soul Tribe in North Dakota. Man, please, North Dakota, make sure y'all give them their rights to test people for coronavirus. They are people crossing their land. They have a right to test people for that virus. Please allow them to do that, since you want everybody to get the vaccine. Since we on live, I just had to drop that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, drop that knowledge. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's all about awareness.
Yeah, so I just wanted to make that awareness known. But with that being, anybody who knows about that culture or just the spiritual heritage know that Red Sea get crazy when that alcohol get involved. Yeah. So one thing that was passed down on my family was that aspect. So I myself had to deal with that. Okay. You get what I'm saying? And I realized that a lot of times that would impair my judgment on making decisions. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So if that's one thing that I would share in wisdom, it would be that, for real. Just to be cautious of vices, stuff like that. Obviously, can we chill with the killing each other? I'm not even going to use the term black on black, but can we just stop killing each other? Can we just use that universal?
Yeah. Drop that. Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. Y'all heard the man. Yes.
Because seriously, like, I'm not trying to go too deep, but one of my favorite. All right, that's respect. Peace. One of my favorite surahs from the Holy Quran says, is if you kill one person, it is as if you've killed all of mankind. I'm not imposing anything on, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to impose nothing. I'm just saying it's something to think about.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
And other things are said like that even in the Holy Bible. It's just the same thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, just using that rationale. Because once we really see that we're connected, then a universal statement can be made, like, stop killing us. Where we don't have to say black on black or white on black. You know what I'm saying? We can just say it like that and it'd be truth.
Truth. Yeah. Big truth. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We on the B mix.
Okay, listen, you already know what's up. The truth, okay? That's all we ever gonna drop right here, okay? That's it. I appreciate that. So, okay. So, all right. So, to someone that, all right, let's go. So, if I'm on the street, right? If I'm into it and, say my next assignment is to, take my brother or my sister out, or I don't know, somebody random out. Like, what would you say to them? Like, what do you think can click to somebody that's like in that lifestyle that, that's just what they know, or that's just what they do, or gonna do, or trying to do, or interested in? Like, what can we say to
them? Well, first and foremost, I always want to show forth understanding.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll say this. And once we remove senseless violence, because that's my biggest thing, is the senseless violence.
Mm-hmm.
When we move that out of the way, and a lot of it is still senseless, but what you'll find is people are naturally going by the law of life, which is like eye for eye. That's just naturally something that's programmed in everybody's psyche. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
If somebody goes, that person naturally is thinking, no, you hit my cousin, I'm spinning the bin. You get what I'm saying? So that's literally mentality. Now, if we're asking for people to raise above that mentality, at that moment, it's just one of those things where, first and foremost, we got to analyze the things that are even getting us situations in the first place. The sad part to me is that a lot of bodies are dropping for things like $20, half a baby's fit, a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? That when you really like think about it, it's like, if you really took a second to think, was it as really as necessary as it was needed in the first place?
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? Because you lose a couple dollars, like $60, $125. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna hurt. I'm not knocking nobody, but that's money you can make back. You can make money again. A life cannot be recreated by the gun that you killed that person with.
That's right.
And that's why absolutely, like, even though eye for eye is still just, like, even when you look at it from a Buddhist standpoint, they'll absolutely say it's not absolute. It can't be. Because if you kill somebody, how can they get that justice back? And so when it comes to really thinking about our people, we just gotta really see that, listen, the moment we see that we're really surviving, the fact that we really gotta do this, and that, like, our enemy is not us.
That.
You know what I'm saying? Then we'll take all of this aggression, we'll take that raw energy, and we'll channel it into positive, productive things. Like, yo, you mad because you broke? All right, let's get this money.
Let's get it.
Like, I literally had to jump on Facebook last night. Like, yo, basically, go put in for your SBA loan.
Yeah.
If your business, go put in for your SBA loan, yo. Okay. The money is out here. It's really out here.
Yeah. Please stop, Steve. Please stop playing. I even say on a regular basis, forget all that. Just like federal money, it's money right here in Baltimore. Get it. Get to it. Look for it. Let's talk about it. Let's get these ideas out here. I understand and I completely respect the fact that, if you have an idea, just not necessarily don't talk about it and don't share that idea, but we need to get into, find your circles. Like, I know I'm pretty picky. I know people picky about other things, but I'm picky about, like, the audience I speak to. You know what I mean? I know that I'm not about to bring something that I'm not about to be able to get anything out of either. Or if the purpose is to just share it and to get it out, then that's just what it is. But if it's, a business idea or just something that you have, like, when you get in tune with your purpose, your passion and all of that, and turn that into, kind of cook that up and know that you can probably make that profitable. Yeah, I need you to get into a circle. I need you to get somewhere where you're sharing that, not in fear of someone taking your idea, but in hope of that, someone's going to be there at that table to be able to, uplift your idea and actually take it, further and enhance it and, make it into whatever, your dream is or your vision or provision is. So yeah, I absolutely hear that. We got to get to talking. We have to talk. We got to do that. All right. We're going to let Gifted Priest check back in with us. Going to give him a little second. And another thing, because I ain't going to stop talking. We're going to keep this party rolling, okay? So y'all know that my platform is all about, talking. That's one of the reasons why I'm into, really here, with just the idea and finally mustering up the courage and the nerve to even want to have my own show. You know what I mean? Because it's for me. I keep telling y'all that. Y'all heard the intro. All of this is for me. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate y'all listening to me, watching me. But it's really for me. I decided to unmute myself. Truth be told, I decided, and I've been told all my life, oh, you funny. You need to be on a stage. You need to do stand up. No, boo. That ain't for me, right? So my thing is, truthfully, because I always saw myself like, well, yeah, if I ever did stand up, I legit feel like I'd be up on stage like, what, what y'all want me to talk about? Like, what do you want? Like, I don't know. Like, people swear I'm funny, but y'all don't even understand. Like, I'm really corny. Like, I like corny jokes and stuff. That's what cracks me up. Like, I'm talking about these puns that's out here. Shout out to COVID-19, yo. Y'all got time on your hands to come up with some quality stuff. These puns on social media crack me up. Not the stuff that people think that I'm funny for. Like, I just be talking. Like, I'm telling y'all right now, I just be talking, and somehow, some way, somebody think I'm funny. I don't know why, child, but y'all swear and get to thinking that, I'm funny. I'm not. It's fine. I don't think so. And then like the other stuff that I think is funny is probably kind of dark. Anyway, it's rude. I don't shady, maybe. I don't know, whatever. God is still working on me. Don't worry about that. But my whole point is that we as a people, y'all see the shirt? Check me out. Check me out. Black Lives Matter. Swear to God, I ain't even getting my man's name. Like, he wasn't even giving his name out. Yo was just in the parking lot at the market, and I copped up on some shirts like black man. Of course, we said we support black business. Listen, everybody I refer to everything as a hustle. I don't care if it's in corporate America or side hustle, legal, illegal, whatever. It's not my business. I knocks nobody hustle. Okay, I want everybody to get it right. And eventually, we'll get there the right way. So my thing is like, it's all about like just bringing it to the point where we are talking. Like, y'all think back to, and I mean, it's not even saying that we as a people and as our community that we have to go back to, because I want us to get out of that habit, right? We have to get out of the habit of, even when you are working on yourself as an individual, right? And bettering yourself. It's not about, because I even had to get myself out of saying, I want to get back to the old Benia. I got to get back. No, I don't. No, because somewhere the old Benia's ass had needed to go through all that she's been through. And I mean all, y'all, like that's a big circle I drew. Like all. Y'all see it? It's like a big, I'm gonna go here and go around. Y'all get the point. Like, I had to go through all of that to get to where I am now, which is still in progress, and I'm okay with that because that tells me that I have more life to live. All right, I'll take that. Appreciate that, right? So it's about not necessarily going back to, it's about keeping in mind, who we were, how we were, the good out of, where we were back, whenever, just like they say the day, right? So that when whatever time frame that people think of and that we as a community and we as a people think back to be like, oh, we need to go back to that. So in my mind, like in this time right now, I think of like back when, our ancestors, or it really could just be like our parents or grandparents or great grandparents, right? Where they gathered and they assembled, in smaller groups and clusters. And of course, that comes from like slavery, when they had no choice but to just get together. That's when they were braiding hair, kind of talking, probably teaching each other some things, mustering up some plans. But either way, they were gathering and talking. That's where, our folklore is, like all our old stories and, our history and all that's passed down. And then somewhere that got lost in, translation. Like, I'll say it real quick, just because I say it for myself. But black folk, we suck at playing telephone. Y'all know the game, and you. But then we used to use the cup or something. Remember, we used the cup on the string. Am I thinking about the wrong game? Don't worry about it. But y'all know telephone. You get to passing around like, oh, I guess we can't play that in COVID, huh? You get to whispering to each other. You can do it with your mask on. Just text it. No, that'll mess up the whole point. The point is that playing telephone, like the message gets lost in translation. We know that from person to person, from group to group, time after time, right? So from the first person that started the message or initiated the message in the telephone, by the last person, that whole message, baby, is tore up. Like, just you done whispered, Benia got the gout, and then down here they trying to figure out why I got put out. Like, what? Grandma, that's not what I said. That's not even what happened, right? So, all of that to say that, we have to, if we're going to channel anything about getting back to, it's getting back to, some old habits like that. So even like I said, when you're working on yourself individually, it's about, channeling the things that worked for you even back then. Again, back whenever the back then is for you. And then as we think in a global stance, or for our community and for our people back then, for whatever time frame that works for you and for us as a people, right? And then it's like, why we say respect the process, because it's right there in the meat and potatoes, right? So it's right here where we are right now in the present. Let's work on it, and then that's how when we combine the two and cook it up real good. I guess I'm always in the kitchen, child. I'm talking about cooking, but cook it up real good, as in what happened back then to the where we are now, in order to make a better future. Isn't that the point? Isn't that the purpose? Like, to make it better, for just like in the Bible say, because gifted priest, he about to join us back, right? But he mentioned, just a few things like in the Bible, right? Even in the whole Quran, but even especially in the Bible, where it speaks about that, may your latter be better than your beginning, right? May your last be better than your first. Like, that's just what it is. Like, it's supposed to be better. So I learned back then, my back here somewhere, I messed up, I messed up, right? But then I'm over here and I'm trying to make this better. That's the point. Like, that's the whole, point of just us trying to better ourselves as individuals versus, well, not versus, but better ourselves as individuals in order to, better our community, better our people, as a whole. So I'm excited because we got gifted priests back in the building.
I'm back. Yo, you was dropping that science on them. I had to
No,
sit back
man.
and
Man, I ain't doing much. No, man. I'm just talking. You know how I do. Yeah, so
hey,
but
would you
all I was
though?
talking about was just us having a platform. You know what I mean? Like, us just really getting to the point where we're talking. I was really just, piggybacking off of what we were, last discussing, which is, just us talking. Like, that will forever be one of my like personal platforms. Like, I literally always talk about education and exposure for our people. Like, that's just what it takes. That's what it's gonna take. That's what,
Yeah.
we have to keep putting forth effort, putting forth effort right in both of those pots and both of those buckets, and letting that overfill, and then pour that into a bigger, bucket and pot, and get the cooking, you know what I mean, for it to be better. And so that starts with us talking. It's something simple. We from Baltimore. How many niggas walk around just walking by people? Like, and I'm a person that I'll speak and don't have no problem, with the fact that people, won't speak back. I actually saw a post recently. I loved it. I don't even know. Did I share it? I don't think so. But it said, I don't mind. No, I think it's somebody's caption or something. It came from somewhere, child. I don't know. But it's as along the lines of, I'd rather be the person that smiled versus the person that didn't smile back. Like, that is my whole life mantra. Like, I'm so okay with that. Like, I'm always, I remember I was in a relationship and a boyfriend was like, oh, you get to talking and the people don't want to talk back. Say, okay, like, it's fine. I just speak and I'm gonna keep on pushing. Like, it's okay because I made my day. Like, I'm all right. And hopefully my little smile or me speaking, made your day too. Like, and if it didn't, then, it was just a deposit somewhere. And that's okay. Maybe somebody else saw, me speaking, you not speaking, that still did something for them. That's not really my place to, force something on anybody, right? So it's really, just a matter of, just speaking and talking. I have said this for so long. If I can get Baltimoreans alone, just us, to get to talking and speaking to each other and greeting each other on a regular basis, I'm gonna feel like
we done did something. That's a wave.
like, that's a wave. Yo, just talk. Yo, just say hi. And I get it. It's like that something in us be like it's that little mini heart attack you have. Like, I'm about to speak to somebody I don't know.
You hear all the music. I don't trust nobody.
Right. And what's, let's talk about, can we stay right there for a minute? Let's talk about that.
Talk about it.
Like, okay, so when we say, okay, right here, and we just gonna stay right here in Baltimore for right now, right? We're gonna expand in a minute. But right here in Baltimore, and we could, if we expand, we'll just expand to the Black community, right? But really just Baltimoreans, it's something about us that'll swear each other down, swear to the next person that, I don't trust. I got trust issues and all that. But we doing a lot of trust out here. And I'm going to get into some things I'm about to say right now at a later date. But yo, it's niggas is definitely out here fucking raw. So let's be clear. That's
about to say, like, that's so fat.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, thanks, Nate. Appreciate it. Like, you know what I mean? That's trust alone. Niggas is definitely out during Corona. Yo, during the COVID, yo, niggas is out here sweating on each other. Raw. Oh my raw doggy. It blows my mind, yo. Like, so just Corona, you just proud to hit. Like you didn't even know shorty or word. Damn, was it cool? All right, I guess. Like, if that's good enough for you, nigga. But no, that is trust. Like, you gotta get out of it.
You're right.
Yo, we say so many different things that just do not, like, that's, I want us to, again, as the more we talk and speak and, like, you know, assemble, right, as a people, that we'll be able to bounce it off. Cause so I always tell people, I know I say some dumb shit, like, I can be brilliant sometimes, but baby, I can definitely be dumb, and that's okay, right? But my thing is, I know how to check it. I'm very self-reflective, right? So if I'm coming to a conversation and, you know, niggas talking and I'm like, damn, I was about to say the opposite. Okay, that was dumb. All right, I'm glad I didn't say that. But so it's like, you know, that's another way to learn from each other. But I want us to get to the point where it's like, you know, you've been in classes or groups and, oh, there's no such thing as a dumb question. There is, and it's okay. Like, just like people be like, there's nobody stupid. There are stupid people in the world, and that's okay. Like,
it's like, yeah, I can't necessarily agree with that.
Like, I can't agree with that, baby. Yo, shout out to one of the hardest professors I had, just because he just, whoo, but rest in peace, man. Dr. Kamara, man, he recently passed during COVID. But I will never forget this one particular time. I can't even remember because I had him for a couple different courses. But one class we sitting in, and I'm just talking just like this, and I'm like, because we know it's stupid people that, like, you know, that's in the world. When I say he bust out laughing, like, and no shade or nothing, but he was this older, you know, African, like, just African, like, just, you feel me? My man straight bust out laughing, like, ha, 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 ha. You crazy, gal, you crazy. Like, but no, he's like, but you telling the truth. Yeah, I know. Like,
shit, African.
We gotta say, you know, we know something.
The real, I got you.
You know,
the real deal.
But, you know, whatever. Like, you feel me? So, but yeah, like, it's just, I call it out. So it's like we talking, and that's one of the things, because it'll, like, we have to start, if we're gonna water down anything else, we water down a lot of stuff. I'm the person that absolutely hates, you know, that it'll be something that, you know, it's a wave going, you know, people, you know, doing challenges, something like that. Here go, you know, quite a few posts against, you know, why they, we shouldn't, why they, let people be, yo. Here's a PSA, unpopular opinion right now in Baltimore. I don't give a damn about the fireworks, yo. Let people be, yo. Now, the hours, we can work on it. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, I'm tired, you know, but the fireworks, yo, let it go. Like, okay, it's sparkly, it's pretty. Ain't nobody getting hurt besides the two niggas I saw shooting it at each other, but whatever. I don't think they got hurt either. Like, you know,
like, so yeah, I seen two people with some Roman candles. I'm like, oh yeah, y'all lit.
Yo, like, niggas, yeah. Like, I'm not even mad because we've been stuck in. Let people have fun, yo. Like, live, go ahead. Like, chill out. Like, we always so against something that's okay. Like, if it ain't killing us, I'm cool with it. Like, I don't give a damn. Like, I'm cool with everything else.
Give everybody that room to just say whatever they want.
That's it, yo. Because that's what we don't realize, and that's, again, back to my point of, you know, opening up that platform for people just to talk, to feel free. That's, again, why one of the main reasons, you know, why I, one, had to unmute myself, and two, had to just, you know, muster up the courage and, you know, gumption to want to have my own show. Because, like, yo, I gotta let people know, just be yourself, yo, and talk, yo. It's okay. Like, it's totally okay, because it just helps you to just calm it down, breathe it down. And so it's like, we'll water, you know, certain things down that people are into, but we won't water down that, you know, everybody walking around, you know, saying, you know, I don't have trust, I don't trust nothing. Again, but niggas out here, you know, hitting raw. Like, niggas out here, you know, back in the, Yo, tell me.
That's why I be listening to these rap songs. Like, yo, it's mad interesting hearing that because it is strikingly contradiction. Like, you don't trust nobody, but you really out here just giving your life away. Basically.
That's it. Like every day. Because my thing is, let's not get deep into. We're gonna go there. Because again, I gave the intro. So absolutely, I am absolutely in the middle of, or have absolutely been one of the, Christians suffering with the temptation of, lust and fornication. So let's talk about it, right? So we're gonna stay right there. Like, we can get deep into the fact that soul ties are not a bit, like, they are not to play with. Like, you feel me? They are real. So it's like, y'all hitting raw too. Oh, so you just demons, just all okay. All right, then. Like, niggas ain't having them conversations like, hey girl, yeah, let me hit real quick, right? Because I just hit, Tanya, Brenda, they got demons, right? They had like 16 demons each. And then I had Keisha.
Let me pull up with this legion.
Yeah. Hey, you mind if I come over? I got all my demons in the back. Nigga, what? Nigga, I'm not letting you hit, boy. Like, I know. What is she talking about? Like,
youngins in the front, youngins in the back. That's what youngins right.
3 Tahoes deep full of demons, man. You better go ahead about your business. No. Nigga, if I'm gonna let you hit, it ain't no gang. No, it ain't with the gang, baby. It's you and me. That's it. Like, you feel me? Like, I can talk all day about that. That's definitely gonna be another topic another day. But you feel me? Just the point of just us talking, like, just to get to the point of like us being able to water down and diminish some of the things that we bump up. Like, again, with the I don't trust nobody, or I got trust issues. We've been trusting niggas from the beginning. We was all drinking off the water hose together. Niggas was definitely. We know the whole thing, yo. Don't let you been in a sport or something or anything, just hanging after school, especially by high school. Everybody was doing it. Yo, let me see that soda. Drinking off the Gatorade.
Right.
Trust, like big trust. Like, nigga, I don't.
Big trust at that point.
Niggas had mono back then. Ew, I don't got the time. I ain't got time.
Since we here, right? Hold on. You come here. I look. The young king. The young king has entered.
Yeah, young king. Come on here, baby. That's really who I wanted to talk to, but
exactly. He the star of the show.
Hey, baby boy, what's happening, son? Sunshine, y'all see him? Yeah, young king.
Hey, what's up? You on radio show now?
Yeah, what's up? The V-Mix, baby, what's up? Hi, Pooh.
Shining.
I love it.
Shining on the block.
Yeah, definitely, always.
But since we are parked here and talking about like the fact that things are strikingly contradictory, and we do need to have these conversations because it allows people to think. Like, you feel me? People will say, there's no trust, I don't trust, stuff like that. So it's so ironic when I hear it in the music because it's like, all right, you got all these trust issues, yet you still hang around these dudes that doing shady stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or you'll give yourself away to the hood, and then the moment you get locked up, ain't nobody writing.
That's good.
But you gave your life to it. So you obviously had some faith, right? You had some faith in something, right?
Yeah.
You had some trust in something, like,
yeah.
You feel me? So it just be mad interesting. So it's on the positive note to have these conversations. It's just like, listen, dude. All right, we didn't all been through some things, but we can all clarify that and we can all unify. Because, like, listen, if you going for yours and I'm going for mine and we all unique, I ain't worried about what's on your plate. You ain't worried about what's on mine. As a matter of fact, you keep getting yours, I'm going to keep getting mine. We going to all add up.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Like, let's come back to.
That's the part, yo. It'll all add up.
Real.
That's good. That's good. That one will preach too. I mean that. Yeah. They don't call you gifted priest for nothing, because that's a real good one. Like, that's really it. Like, so then my thing is that even pulls over to like when we all talk about, and we really got to watch like these cliches, but more so like these colloquialisms, like all these different phrases that we just say. I've been saying this for so long. Like, yo, the older I get, the more I'm like learning the true definition of like these cliches and colloquialisms and all of that, right? So it's like,
some of them real dark history too.
Yeah, right? So it's like, but even just learning them for me, like, oh, I get where that came. Okay, You know what I mean? So it's like, even when we talk about, or we figure out where it comes from, like, oh, stay in your own lane and stuff like that. But it's like, technically, we can adopt some pieces and put it together again for it to add up. Like, that's really sitting with me.
Right.
Like, it's all about that. Like, you do what you do. You know what I mean? If it's over there, that's cool. Or even if it's over here, that's cool too. I'm still going to be doing me. But that's the point of, even when we go back to when you talked about, you know, what you really want, you know, your handle to be, you know what I mean, for everybody to remember you by, is to believe. Like, believe in yourself. Because if I'm standing firm and believing in me, then yeah, I say it all the time, what you eat don't make me shit. Like,
And
it shouldn't bother you. Like,
well, we gotta turn on Reasonable Doubt by Jay-Z. Don't knock the
man,
hustle.
let's talk about it. Let's talk. Yeah, Jay-Z.
I mean,
Like,
seriously, like, we could even pull out the analogy of one body. You know what I'm saying? Because every function of the body plays its role, but
exactly.
if one function is missing, it still throws off the whole operation. So,
Absolutely.
you
Absolutely.
know,
And
how to move, everybody playing their role. Yeah, go ahead. Add
no,
on.
no, no,
Yeah.
no, I was just gonna say, like, I didn't want to stop you at all. Like, you know, I like to let you flow. We about to get into some flow in a minute. So, you know, go ahead, you know, wet your whistle if you need to, you know, because I'm feeling something. I know something gotta be brewing. I know you got something for me, right? So it's like, just to add on to that, like, even if a piece is missing, like, it's both sides. Like, our community can really, like, move and shake. Like, that's just who we are. So it's like, even if a piece is missing, like I talked about, right? Truthfully, like, I started, you know, going live like past couple weeks, whatever, just to prepare, you know, for getting right here on, you know, bigexposedradio.com, right? Was really preparing for it. Like, all right, let me start practicing, because I don't want to get on here, you know, and bomb, right? So I was like, you know, I know one of the weeks I was just talking about, like, you know, if it's, even if we talk about, you know, being a part of the great fight, you know, the good fight, it's like, you know, at some point you get tired. We're human, right? So even being a part of that one body, you know, it's like, if one piece is missing, everything still got to keep going. And then, can we be like I don't know, who's that grows his piece back? I can't even think of the character. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, he, you know, he's still moving. Like,
It's like
grow his leg right back.
self-generative. I guess.
You feel me? Like, that's just what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Chop me off, all right, back. You know what I mean? So it's like, we gotta have, you know, backup. We gotta have subs. You know what I mean? On on the sideline waiting, you know, to jump in the team, because they took the time to work on themselves. You know, when we talk about self-care, you feel what I'm saying? Like, take the time to ease back. You know, like, slow down a little bit. Don't stop. You know, moving, because you talked about movement before. I really like that too, right? So it's like, don't stop moving, but, you know, take the time to ease back and slow up a little bit, and then, you know, regroup, rejuvenate, you know, renew, and then jump right back in the race, because now you got to come and save the part that, you know, might have got chopped off. So it just is what it is. Like, that's exactly it. Though that's a really good analogy of, you know, we need all pieces, but at the same time, if we miss a piece, we got to be able to still keep going. Like, this fight don't stop. The enemy is he Kevin Gates head ass. Like, the enemy don't get tired. Like, don't get tired.
I got you. Yeah, and that's why it's important for everybody to carry their own weight also. You know, because when motion is in move, you know what I'm saying, when it's in motion, especially since we are coming from years of being behind, like, we gotta work extra harder just to, you feel me, get at a point of social equality. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, it's no time for people to not being able to carry their own, but it is a beautiful time that if you don't, then it's a good time to learn yourself and really define what puzzle piece, you feel me, the individual is, or what part of the body they are. Because once that's found, you feel me, it don't take nothing to come up to speed. Because you feel me, we all build it, grow. You know, as look, let's say since we're dealing with the analogy of a body, let's say I'm a bicep. Let's say my function is the bicep. All right, it's as crucial as a bicep can be for strength. You still gotta work that bicep muscle up, meaning that bicep gotta be put under pressure too. So we all still being, feel me, refined. You get what I'm saying? So it's really not. But yeah, we don't got time to waste though. I will say that, because we done took so many losses for so many years.
Yeah.
And we all done lost somebody in the streets. We all have family members that have been dealing with these demons that have been tearing our families to in shreds. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we gotta move. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to compensate for. And as
Absolutely.
long as we got time to do it, we can do it.
Absolutely. And when you talk about even compensating for, and then because okay, that's good. That's a good deposit to my spirit. Because one, I think about the fact that as a people, like in an unauthentic way, we're trying to overcompensate, right? And we all know that too much of a good thing can be bad. So then it's going back to when you said it's nothing to, like to rejoin the fight or to renew or to catch up, right? Like that's powerful to know because we know that it is fear. That to me, that spoke to me to say that for our people is fear. So fear comes in to be like, no, you can't catch up. So it's like things are such a big word, it'd be like, oh, that's a big word. That's an SAT word, right? So it's like, whoa, to catch up. It's not that phrase. It's nothing to catch up. But in the place that I am now, I can receive that. I wasn't in a place before where I could receive that and be like, it's nothing to catch up. Hell no, nigga, it's gonna take half. No, you're absolutely right. Like when we take the time, to work on self, you know what I mean? When we reach the place of believing in self, then we get to the place of being like, man, look, I was, fighting and giving it my all. Let me take a minute and I'm gonna bounce right back. Y'all go ahead. I made sure in me, fighting that I held and held up everybody else and didn't enable them, but I empowered, the people around me and the moving pieces around me so that way y'all can go ahead. Because what I definitely want our people to understand is that anything that we, build, anything that we, reestablish, um, is that the purpose and the point of it as a people is never for it to fall. And if it does, it's okay, learn from it and rebuild, right? But if I'm a part of an organization, right, if I help, found it or whatever the case may be, and if I either, resign, if I'm fired from it, whatever the case may be, I never want it to fall because I'm not a part of it any longer. You get what I'm saying? Like it's supposed to keep moving because it's a movement. Like that's what movement is. Like it's not stationary, like that's just so I absolutely hear you. I hear you loud and clear.
You better talk that on the B Mix radio, baby.
Go ahead, man. I ain't doing much over here on Big Coast Radio, man. I'm just talking, how I do, man. So so I mean, all right, we've been I'm anxious. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go ahead, be real on the B Mix because that's just who I am. Like, I need something. Like I need you to spit something for me, something that you're feeling right now, something that's on, on your spirit, on your mind, on your heart. It could be something that you was working on, something you didn't drop, about to drop. We're gonna get into that. Like, give me something. Like, what's up? Like
controlling our community is something we must do. But we gotta control us communally, and that's something we must prove. If I can't talk to you and you can't talk to me, then why am I talking for free? What's freedom? I'm talking for free. Now, equality, meanwhile, I still don't see the justice for Breonna Taylor. It's indeed to be endowed. I claim to be gifted, but so are you. In our pain, we can be lifted. I come so true. I mean, it's almost like saying when we unite, we can do what we want to do. I know I can be what I want to be. Word to Nas, I'm just going to run with no beat. I can go a cappella. I can still paint keys. Peep how I push your T, but I don't paint no T's.
Yeah.
I got on all white. I felt like a franchise boy. I might snap. But then that's going to be a bad vibe, boy, because they going to think I'm famous. I just come through showing I spit flames because I'm not one of those lame folks. And I'm tired of these lame jokes telling me I should hate me by the color of my skin. How they going to paint me? You couldn't create me, nor could you make me. Self-made by the one who gave me self with these sun rays. I remember my dumb days, I had to come with one play. Now I come with 1 + 1, and that's the wise one play. Or what's today's mathematics? I'm guessing it's wisdom. Here's the 2 for your crew. They thought I couldn't give them a rhythm. I don't give them no riddles at all. I just flow with the bars with no fiddle, and it don't cross you in the middle. Oh, but people who respect the cross, it's no fiddle. We being resurrected. They can get lost in the biblical cord of being attached to the government. I still kick it from scratch, and I'm loving it. And by the way, it's almost like I'm Mick loving it, clubbing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you wanted something free,
Yeah.
so I gotta say free. That's it.
Yeah.
But we do gotta control ours. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to our community, we gotta build our own economic infrastructure. Shout out to any big business. We not saying small business.
That's
Shout out
right.
to any
Yeah.
big business that's tuning in. You feel me? Because
Absolutely.
that's what we really doing. We really uniting. We really gotta take control of our neighborhoods. I hate the fact that Seattle finally got shut down. Did you hear about that? When
No.
they sectioned off their own government basically.
Wow. No, I did not hear about that. I gotta read into
Yeah,
that one.
I know. It was crazy. The government finally was able to shut down.
Wow.
We said it was an unlawful union or like get together. But for like weeks the government and the police had no jurisdiction. Like they really set up their own wall and it was just like this is the people. You feel me?
Damn.
Like,
Yeah, that's wild. That's, I laugh, yo,
yeah,
because
so
that's just my first response to anything. That's wild. Because I'm truth be told, like I'm really not surprised by anything that a human does. Like that's really wild though. Like, oh man, yeah, I got to read into that one. Y'all stay tuned on that one. I'm gonna read into that one and bring that one back because I got to know what's going on.
and I personally, coming from, the culture that I represent, we stand for community control. We know that they can't police us. You know what I'm saying? Correctly until they can show us that, and that'll be a long time. We
Right.
gotta do for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be able to take our brothers and sisters the moment they come out of the prison system and say, look, we'll train you, we'll put you in a class, you put on this uniform and you feel me, you patrol your own neighborhood. You
Okay.
feel me?
Okay.
Because if the Jews up Park Heights can do it, why can't we?
That's true. Now that's good. That's a good piece of conversation there. I think I find myself kind of touching on that just about anytime we talk about, taking or I guess regaining control, and I guess the correct control, I guess the best way to put it, of our
Yeah.
own communities and our neighborhoods. Like that's good. It actually makes me think of I recently watched this and I swear I hope I got a change. You know how you watch a video, I think it's on IG though. So you go to watch it, IGTV or whatever, and then you go to and then the post is gone. So I don't think I ever got a chance to save it. But when I say that was a deposit into my mental and into my spirit, to the fact that a brother, Black King, he says, listen, he's at the ice cream truck and he's talking and he's schooling, and it's I believe it's a Hispanic, like a driver, right? Latino driver.
Okay.
So he's telling him, he's like, look, I want to tell you something. He's like, well, no, I don't know, playing the fit and all. He said, but here's the thing, I'm gonna tell you. I'm telling you, so listen. Like he keeps saying, listen, right? So he's like, I'm telling you right now, that jingle, the jingle that, and I can't remember which one it goes because now I've been listening for any other ice cream truck, making sure like, all right, it ain't that one, it ain't that one. All right, cool, we good, right? But he was like, that one is a song that was written back in the 1900s. I think it said like 1902, 1912, something like that. That it goes to it's the jingle of the song that was written that goes, nigga eat a watermelon, ha ha ha, right? So he sings it for him, and to the jingle, I'm like, yo, that like blew my mind. He's like, yeah. So he's like, here's the thing. So of course the guy still, no, I don't know. I'm just doing my job. Listen is what he tell him, right? So he's like, listen, I'm telling you this. Go talk to whoever you need to speak with to let them know that you need to change the song. When you can change the jingle, then you come back. I'll buy $100 worth of ice cream and give it out to the kids. If you don't change the jingle, when you come back, no one will buy from you. It will be no point of you coming back here. So he let you go on or whatever, right? And so he get to talking directly to the camera. He's just like, listen, we have to. So that's really speaking of. He's like, we have to regain control of our communities. He said, you got to respect the fact of what's going on in your community, in your neighborhoods, that we have to be in control of it. If you just allow anything to happen, that's what's going to happen. So we got to regain, control of it, even down to the ice cream truck, something that we think is so innocent. Like, and I'm not surprised, but it's like, damn, even that, like anything, like they use it, against
economic control because they been rich off us.
Exactly.
So how you gonna come in our neighborhood playing something that its history is disrespectful, but you
Exactly.
getting our dollar. No, we
Exactly.
making people respect our dollar. Like you gonna respect our dollar. That's just
Exactly.
that.
That's just it. That's just it. And that's exactly why I respect the fact that you said, and now it just made it clear to me of why I've seen you say, on social media and just talk about and say big businesses, right? Because we now have to, and we're in the, I guess the season of, a season can be as long as we, make it until we really get something out of it. But like we're in the season of reconditioning our minds. We've talked about it, we kind of dabbled into it, a little bit ago, but now it's like we all really see like, all right, we are older now, niggas, we need to recondition our minds. Like, so
You
even when I
feel me?
hear big business, I'm thinking of, oh, okay, big business. Oh no, baby, these businesses that we're not going to refer to as small businesses. So at the least when you're comfortable,
Yeah.
let's just call it black business. That's what I love to say. Like I just love to say, yep, I'm supporting a black business. I don't give a damn if it's small, medium, large, extra small, medium, and all in between. Like, yo, it's black. I want it. Yeah, give me. I want it. Like, you feel me? Like that's just So I definitely respect the fact that you call it big business, and that's something that I hope and pray like y'all tuning in, man. Yeah, get into this. Like big business is what we're calling it from now on. Because I already know, like next week, we're going to get into talking about like our demands. Like, what are we demanding? What do we want as a people? Like, I already got that in the scope. Next week, that's definitely what we're getting into. What is on our list? Yo, what were we putting in our letter? Like, and to ourselves, like as you write something out, when you write something out, and as an artist, please interject and let me know if I'm right or wrong. You know what I mean? Like, as you're writing something, it's for you just as well as it's for the audience. So it's like it's for you to pour out, from your spirit, from your heart, from your mind, but it's also, for the people. You feel what I'm saying? That for your targeted audience, but it's for you to get that out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, man, I'm just talking, man. I'm just talking, man. Don't hype me. Don't hype me. Don't hype me. And look, if anybody want to hype me, y'all make sure y'all call us to the phone line 443-642-9403. Let us know what's going on, okay? Comment, share, like, all this. Let us know if you're tuning in. Let us know what's going on, what you're talking about, what you think. Like, it's just we have to. We got it. We have to have these conversations. It is literally like it's imperative. Like, I can't stress it enough.
And for everybody that's listening, like with the listeners, have to also understand this. Like these opportunities, as small as they may seem, there's other people listening to this show, and you never know who you can network.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? One of the things I wanted to make known is, you feel me, if there's anybody who can provide any service or product, make yourself known. You never know who you need. And in our community, especially seeing how things about to get real financially in the months to come, we're gonna have this is a clear opportunity to pull together. So anybody listening, make yourself known. Actually call the number in. Say who you are, your business that you provide, and let's just really do this. You know what I'm saying? Let's really build and let's really be there for each other. People post pictures of Black Wall Street all the time. There was also history of a neighborhood in Florida, and I can't remember the name of it nor the decade. That's another, example of that type of power that we can have as a community, or almost like the Harlem Renaissance. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we can really move like that. And everybody gets to eat.
That's it.
I remember statistics said yearly, the said African American dollar, it stays in our hands no longer than average of 4 minutes or something like that, or 20 minutes. I can't remember.
Wow. Okay.
So dollars come in our hand and leave so quick. We quick to get paid and then go to Walmart. But what about getting paid and then hitting up the moisturizer cream, or hitting up my man who fixed my car? You feel me? This keeps the money circulating in our neighborhood before it goes out to a major market, a major store.
Exactly. And we know how, just like, as we hear and it's talked about that, money can be like the root to evil and the detriment and all that. But again, I can't help but see things on a positive tip. So hence the B mix. I'm always mixing something up, right? So it's like, I see it as, again, if we keep money circulating within our own communities, the connectivity of it Like it goes without saying that, the person, if I know every time, and it don't, whatever, how often it can be, because I ain't in nobody's pockets, right? I ain't money, pocket watch nobody. But it's like, if I know that as much as I can, I'm pulling up, I get my car washed by the same person or whatever, blah, 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 loyalty, let's talk about that within the community. But it's like, even if getting my grass cut or whatever the case may be, like that's somebody that's looking out. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, at some point they looking for that pay. Yeah, but that's somebody looking out. Like, literally had my man's knock on the door yesterday. He like, yeah, what, you doing something for the foot? No, baby, we don't do that. That ain't our holiday. But I hear you. Like, no, I ain't doing that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so, but just looking out. Like, I remember, like, I think it was that I left out. He saw me leave out my front, right, with my daughter, and then I had drove around back to do something, and then I came through the back door. He looking like, oh, all right, I was just checking. Yeah, let's make a community. Can we redefine community for us? Like, what's up? Like, we have to.
If anybody listening don't know what the principles of Kwanzaa is, look them up. Kwanzaa is 365 every day. You know the gang, gang, gang. You heard me. You heard me.
Yeah.
Say you heard me.
Yeah, I hear you. I definitely hear you loud and clear.
I'm talking about.
We gotta do what we gotta do. We have to be for us. Like, we have to be us. And it's like, and it's now in the place of, I'm appreciative to the fact that God is calling, the way I put it is like, because it includes me, like the average person, like the person you wouldn't even think is like, oh, that person about to take off. Like, no, like he calling us, like just me, the average Joe, walking around like, Benia, hey, I was just reading something. You want me to do something? Cool. Like, he is calling us up to empower, our people, and to really lead us and guide, our people, to something, and to get somewhere, to be, better. Like, it's not, even as Christ believers, like, it's not necessarily, of course we know, heaven, eternal life, all of that, cool, absolutely. But it's also about like living the good life right now, like, or getting to that place of where he's blessing right now. I love that, no lie, like my own bishop, he always talk, well, what he say? He'll say something, he'd be like, I don't understand why people talk about broke preachers. Like, we can definitely get into all that. I know that can be controversial for some people, but it's like, why would you want the person that, is, leading a group of people spiritually, you know what I mean? And empowering and uplifting, people within our own community that's, brought down so, so much. Like, why would you want that person to be like struggling? Like, no, because they're supposed to be an example for you to be like, damn, I want to be like that too. What I got to do? What's the God he believe in? I'm trying to get like that. Like, that's just how that's supposed to go. Like, it's just, again, it's all constant movement, and it's supposed to be movement upward. Like, let's talk about that, a constant upward movement. Like can we do that? Like, man, I just be talking.
No, it's real though, because here's the thing, like, people all the time, they don't think of here. Like, you gotta have the here before you have the hereafter, because we right after, we deal with that after. But right now, we gotta do the best we can to improve the quality of life that we have right here. And you feel me? I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? By my understanding of the true and living, by that understanding, I show that equality, that we can really build heaven on earth. You know what I'm saying? Because the very purpose of said was to till the land. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to make it right here. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to take resources that we got. We need something right here. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we really start dealing with the healing of our families and our households, our neighborhoods, our cities, because at that point we really all pulling together. So I certainly agree that, it's a good sign that the presence of the true and living is with his people, because if we continue to do right, we just gonna prosper. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do right by ourselves and do right by each other. That's the goal. It's real simple.
It's and that's exactly why I sat back for a second, because I'm telling you, I've been saying, like, and again, it took some life stuff to happen for me to get to the point to be like, yo, for real, what I realized, it may not be easy to get to where we're trying to get to, but it's definitely a simple answer. Like, it's a simple, like, anecdote. It's a simple, solution. It's simple. we have to work toward to get there. But just how you were able to easily, say that so smoothly and so calmly, that's exactly what I literally pray and wish, like for our people, like just to, do what we can do to make things better now, so that way we can just sit back and like that's just it. Because again, what I was talking about like earlier, you had your intermission, right? Like I was getting into the fact of like, like it says that in the Bible, like, and let me know if it's anywhere else, because I know that, and I definitely want to get into, what else you study, right? Because before we get out of here, I want to pick your brain, but like I know it definitely in the Bible it talks about the fact that your latter is supposed to be better than your first, than your beginning. Like that's it. So it's like whatever
and
was
it talks
behind
about
me.
it talks about generations with that too. Yeah.
That's it, and that's what I love. That's exactly what I love about the beginning and the end. You know what I mean? The great I am, because it's like, yo, you don't know what like what time frame he talking about. I love it. That's why I literally in my prayers yield to be like, God in your timing. Like I know that means I don't know what that means, but okay, like I just gotta yield to it. Who let me breathe, right?
And it's so beautiful because when you look out at the younger generation, like you can kind of see it, because the last generation behind us, like Generation Z, like I got so much positive feeling about Generation Z, because a lot of people, a lot of the world gonna look at them like they lost. But when it comes down to it, they the ones who will not tolerate the nonsense. I promise you they do. And who else more could be raised out of the valley of dry bones than them? You get
Mm.
what I'm saying? Like, who else better? You feel me? They gotta feel that resurrection power too. And the way I see it, it's gonna hit them 10 times stronger than us. Because you feel me, like we 80s, 90s babies. We had it rough. But
Yeah.
these youngsters, they cut on the music, and it could be a rapper literally telling them to go kill themselves. Here come a demon.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm not even
Yeah,
fabricating.
no,
Like, we can look
you
into some
telling, you
old,
talking truth.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what we do on Be Exposed Radio. We speak truth. We speak fact. Yeah, you're absolutely
yeah,
right.
you feel me?
Yeah, we have somebody on the line, I believe. Hello, caller. All right, we might give it a minute. We're gonna give it a minute. We're gonna see if we can get the caller in.
Mix Radio Show.
Yeah, man, the beat mix on BigExposedRadio.com. Y'all already know what it is. I'm still excited. I'm still hyped.
Gang.
Okay. All right. Caller, listen, you want to bring us back and get you in on here? We want to know what you got to say. I mean that for real. This is a safe haven, a safe space. This for us. All right. So okay. So let's get into gifted priests. Tell us, okay, what you, because you talked about, and I'm not gonna say it for you, but I know you touched on a couple different, belief systems and all of that. So tell us, what fuels gifted priests? What fuels, what fuels your art? What fuels your pieces? What's behind all of that?
Well, at this stage of the game for me right now, I'm so focused about just removing division from, the human families and our people all over the world, that I'm just willing to, show whatever I know at an equal rate. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. Anybody who knows me knows I can sit here, we can talk about the Talmud and the Torah. We can talk about the Gospels. We can talk about the Quran. We can talk about the Bhagavad Gita. We can talk about all these things. At the end of the day, I want to see what people do. It's really just that simple. So a lot of times, like behind my artistry, just behind my whole walk in life, I'm always thinking about, okay, does what I'm saying or what we're doing here, is that going to make us more equalized socially when it comes to oppressed people? Is it going to add to the fact that, we still don't have justice in America? Is it going to add to the fact that, maybe my mind will get free? Did somebody add something I know? You know what I'm saying? Or did I
Okay.
somebody's done that they didn't know? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because freedom, once we really grasp that concept, we'll really be in a manner.
Uh-oh. I mean, it might be our caller cutting us back in. Caller, hello. Okay. All right. We're having a few technical difficulties, but we all right. We still rocking. We still rolling. We still here. We still got Gifted Priest in the building on the B Mix on BExposedRadio.com. Caller, hello. Oh, okay. Call it. Listen, if you're the same caller, you want to try us. Third time's a charm, they say. That's all I'm saying. And if anybody else, if you want to call in, ask any question, that's the phone line is 443-642-9403. Okay. As we get Gifted Priest back on the line one more time before we get out of here, we want to make sure that we just bring all this, into one grouping for you. It's the fact that we want to get to the point of our people talking. It's simple, anecdotes to all the mess that we dealing with out here. Simple, not easy. Don't get it misconstrued. You know what I mean? It's not easy, but it is simple. When we think of, oh, I have all of this going on, I'm stressed and all that, it may not be easy, to calm yourself down, but the simple answer may be, you know what? Sit down, breathe, and talk about it. So I think we have our caller back on the line. Caller, hello.
Yeah.
Hello. There we go. No. Oh, I want to talk to you so bad now. Give me the caller. Give me the caller. We got about a few more minutes before we get out of here. So I want you to try us now. I want you to get in on us at the least if you want to. I'm not saying don't keep trying to call, but if you want to, comment or, message us and let us know what's going on, give us either your question, your feedback, your concern. I want to hear from you. I do. I mean that. Caller, I'm going to listen out for you one more time because I don't want to talk over you. Caller, hello? Okay. All right, that's okay. Caller, whoever you are out there, I love you anyway. I mean that. That's on the real.
100.
Like, definitely done tried to get in on us on a couple times. I appreciate it. Like, with the utmost respect. I salute you, whoever you are. I mean that. I want you to own that, receive that, accept that. That's coming from all love, all light.
Take that, baby, bad boy, baby. I couldn't get the words out, but yeah, all that.
all that. Yeah, don't get me hype. But yeah, so okay, so so you talked about what fuels, Gifted Priests and your, your pieces. Do you have I'm a little nosy. I want to know what's going on. We got anything, that we looking out for? Looking forward to?
It's actually getting real spooky, and it's still no spook zone, team no spook zone, but it's getting real spooky.
Okay.
Because I'm working, actually, the video for Clear Warning, aka Muhammad Speaks, is being finished now. And the reason why I say it's getting spooky because I'm making America really understand that getting ourselves together, you have to have somebody bring charges against you. Like, America is not above reproach. You know what I'm saying? So in this song, my brother Wap Adele, who produced the beat, aka The Great, you can follow and subscribe to YouTube page at The Great GRA. Shout out to my man Ronsky. He did the album cover for Believe. He's also doing the music video. It's really just to give the exact, energy that America needs to feel like, for real.
Okay.
Like, this nation has so many sins up to the ceiling. It's that every time we hear one of ours getting killed, we feeling that pain because every time one of ours is killed, it's like you've killed all of us. It's going back to that passage I said earlier. So we feel the pain. But when it comes to her talking about America, it just means she just added more blood on her hands.
That's good. That's good. Thank you, Sierra. I appreciate your comment. I appreciate that. I'm glad. Sierra said, I'm happy I tuned in and excited for more. Learned a lot. Love the talking and open communication. I appreciate you, Sierra. Salute, Queen.
One time for Sierra.
Yeah,
baby.
Sierra. Yeah.
We promoting those good conversations. That's what it is.
That's it. That's all we have to do. I'll be honest, y'all, for real. This is my first show right here on BeExposedRadio.com. And now, you know, because we're going to definitely get into this at another point, right? Another day, another conversation. But, you know, it's something about when we talk about nerves or, you know, anxiousness and all of that, like it's trying to talk us out of doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing. Absolutely. Like, been knowing that this been in the works. Been having these conversations, you know what I mean? Been excited to, you know, become part of the family here at BeExposedRadio.com. And, you know, had a lot of life happen in between, you know, the initial conversation to now. And yet still today, I'm like nervous, like have a conversation. Whole time I'm a conversationalist. Like that's just who I am. That's what I do. So it's back to what you say. I had to believe in self. Like I had to be like, listen, Lord, now I'm gonna just go ahead and go ahead. And it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. Like, I don't know. And then, you know, turned out to be the B mix. And, you know, that's good enough.
Exactly. It turned out being the B mix.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just it. And I ain't tooting no on, but I'm kind of proud of it. I'm kind of excited about it, you know, because we get to be. It's regaining the pride within ourselves, like as a people. Like I've been that person. I always had the person that was the person that had like school pride, right? Like was crazy, you know, the spirit week and this and that. I'm all into it just because it's like, yo, I don't care what anybody else has to say about whatever school or group or whatever that I'm a part of. I'm proud of it because I'm a part of it. That's just like, it goes even deeper and further back for me when we talk about names. Like it take pride, like where we place certain things within our community, we just have things misplaced. We got to clean up. That's really all it is. Everybody, you know, put on, you know, the music that our mamas and them, you know, used to blast and get us cleaning, and let's get the sweeping and cleaning up. Like it's the matter of
let's put in that work.
That's it. Put in that work, baby, and let's clean up. So when you talked about the 80s, 90s, baby, we are like, aside from the black people, the black person being the chosen people, you can't tell me that it's not the 80, 90 baby that's like, yeah, no, I know all y'all the chosen people, but it's y'all. Like, nigga, y'all. Like, y'all gonna break the generational curses. Like, y'all gonna be, you know, the sacrificial lambs, you feel what I'm saying, to change up and clean up what happened before you, whether if you had anything to do with it or not, whether if you know about it or not. So that's why it's on us to get into our history in order to change and to better our future. That's what it is. That's what it's meant. Like, we've heard all the older children are the future. Right. It's us. Like, it's something about them 80s, 90s, baby, in any class, any grade that we've ever been in, it's just been like harder on us. If I ever think back to, all the way back to elementary school, it was like, yep, my class. It was always us. So we can't go on a trip because man, we don't get the extra snack. Like, you feel me? Like, we don't get the extra snack after recess. All right, but dang, well, you know what I mean? So it's just like, it's on us, you know, to do that cleaning. And that's just, and obviously cleaning takes work. Like, we want to believe like, okay, I want to clean something. You put your mind to it and be like, all right, it should be clean now. No, baby, it's going to look worse. Come on now. This is preaching. Like, it's going to look worse in the cleaning process. So again, why we say respect the process, right? Like, my room looks worse while I'm cleaning it, right? When we think about when we growing up, you know, your mother come in here and be like, girl, what? I'm cleaning. Go ahead now. I gotta pull everything out first, and then I gotta, you know. So it's like we have misplaced certain things. We have pride in the wrong areas. I don't have a problem with pride, but where do we place it? Place pride within the fact that, you know, on your name. You know how many of us walk around here talking about we hate our name, like, and I'm not even getting deep on like our house name. You get what I'm saying? Like our last names. I get that whole controversy. I get that. I respect that to the nth degree. But nigga, your first name, the name that your mama and them gave you, like, That's you. That's who you are. Like, it's okay. Like, and then if you don't like it, then go ahead. Don't sit here and bitch about it. Go ahead and change it. Like, that's all I'm saying. Go ahead and sign these legal documents, pay that money, baby, and go ahead and get that and change all that up for you and be who you want to be. That is the whole point of the B mix right here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's literally embracing the mix that you are, whatever that means for you. If you mix with, ratchet and righteousness, go ahead and be that, baby. That's me. That's me. Like, you feel what I'm saying? That's just all this, ever supposed to be. Like, so my thing is, like, if we are placing, pride, like I said, just on, or have misplaced pride, it's now cleaning up and taking it out of the places and the slots where we placed it and putting it where it belongs and where it needs to be. So, with all that said, you know what I mean? Gifted priest, I appreciate you 100% for even blessing me and gracing me with your presence. Before we get out of here in just a few minutes, tell me, if you got anything, any, final comments, final gems and jewels that you be dropping, anything that you want to, bless the people with a final, word or, lesson that you want them to remember, until next time, because I pray it's not the last, that you bless us, with your presence,
Oh, it's certainly not the last.
Y'all heard that, right? Hold them to it, y'all.
one time, but no, I mean, before anything else, I mean, just like congratulations to you on the show, you know what I'm saying? And I certainly bid you feel me, the success you get what I'm saying, because in order for this all to work, we all gotta succeed. In order for us all to succeed, that means every individual, you feel me, gotta succeed. And we gotta want every individual to succeed, because when we all succeed, we all win. So I certainly, you know what I'm saying, not only am I grateful for you even having me on the show, but one time for, you feel me, the B Mix show, live and direct. Everybody has the freedom to be who they want to be. You get what I'm saying? And when it comes down to living your truth, it's so unique to the individual that at the same time, you ain't got to necessarily say it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes to be wise is to mean to not say nothing at all. So shout out to everybody who constantly learning, who constantly growing, who constantly, you feel me, coming into a true identity, no matter what angle that is. Shout out to everybody that listen. It's your boy. You can follow me on IG, Gifted Priest. You got my man Nasir, the Young King, talking that. Yeah, and we just gonna keep shining. Mamba out.
Appreciate you. I mean that. Y'all heard him. I ain't gotta wrap up nothing. That's it. Mic drop. Gifted Priest has blessed us. Follow him on IG at Gifted Priest. Follow him on Facebook, Gifted Priest. Thank you for listening right here to the first show, the B Mix, right here on BeExposedRadio.com. I appreciate all listeners, all viewers. Check me next week, Thursday at 8. I love you. Peace.